Eh, What the? What? It's 4 a.m., guys. 4 a.m. I literally forgot to like record this video. 4 a.m. What do you mean 4 a.m.? Ah, I'm so tired, guys. I'm so tired. I don't know. Actually, that's a lie. I'm not tired. Yesterday, I slept at like 7 p.m. And this was a very odd feeling. I liked it. I like sleeping at 7 a.m. p.m. because when I slept at 7, I woke up at 4. Like 4, not 4. I woke up at like 2 a.m. And I've just been up since. And it's like, guys, and look, like low key, my room is like a vibe. My room is like a vibe. It's so vibey, it's so vibrant. Even sunset lamp, it's cutesy. And it's like, wow, I've never really taken the time to appreciate my room. And I don't know why, especially at night. Especially at night. Because it's so much peace. It's so much, mwah, so much, wow, this is fabulous. And I think I'm only appreciating it for the first time because for the first time, I've made peace with the fact that I am in this city to stay for a while. You know? Because I don't know how many of you actually know this, and I talk about this a lot, too much if you ask me. But I was a high school senior last year, last academic year, and my entire plan was to go to New York, like, explore New York City. Come on, look at me. Tell me I wouldn't thrive in that city. I'm away. I would have your response. Because I would absolutely thrive in that city. Well, I'm speaking on vibes and whatever. But I was applying and working towards that goal and achieving that goal. And the last 4 years of my life, I actually don't remember a point where I hadn't thought about New York. Maybe the beginning of year 10, that period. But I think I actually no, because I remember that year when To All the Boys came out, I was very intrigued by Laura Jean's choice of going to New York. I was like, why would you go to the city? And so the more I did research, the more I kind of fell in love with the city and the romanticization of it all. I watched YouTube vlogs, I watched every single thing. And so for the last couple of years, it's all I've ever thought about. And I was on track there. I had a school, I had an offer, I had some partial form of scholarship, even though it wasn't too much. But it never really came to pass because I didn't end up getting my visa, which sucked. Because what the hell am I supposed to do now? What am I gonna do? Go to school in the UK? It's the one thing I said I would never do. Okay? This place sucks. It's weird. So when I found myself here, you can imagine the shock and surprise that I just kind of got. I swore to every single fucking person that I know that I would not end up in this place. Yet here I am. Guys, when I tell you life is real, please believe me when I say life is real. It's how did this happen? Then and I can't pinpoint at what time this happened because I just found myself here. But the point of this video is not to relay to you guys what would have been, but rather making peace with what is, you know? And I don't know why, but looking at my room the way I just showed you, looking at that table over there with the tulips on it, and the candle, and the bowl filled with candy. I love putting bowls with candy. It's sweet and fun and fresh. But the whole point of that was to kind of like show you guys how this thing happened. I don't know. This is what made me realize I'm okay with it. I can live with it. And I think this is the first time I'm learning what it's like to move on from the idea of what could have been. Because a lot of times, a lot of us struggle with, you know, putting or moving on from something that could have been. How am I supposed to make peace with the fact that that's never gonna happen again? Or it's never going to happen right now? It sucks. And it's even worse when you don't realize it. You just keep yourself busy. Because I remember that day that my visa got rejected, I received, if you don't know, you go to the embassy, you're given, there are two sheets you're given. One, to tell you that you've passed and you will be receiving your visa, and two, that you have not passed and that you have not received your visa. The letter was the one that you've received your visa is green or some turquoise blue, and the one that you haven't is pink. Now, why is pink my favorite color? I don't know, but that pink letter did not make me happy. I was devastated by it. So when I saw that pink letter, it's kind of, hey, what's happening? Why am I being rejected? I didn't do anything because I read that shit. Okay, I read for it. I have an entire Notion page dedicated to that. But what I was saying is the whole point of kind of like moving on or making peace with that fact is knowing that, you know, it's okay that it didn't happen. You know, it's like for once in the entire time, you can make peace with that. You can grieve it. And that night, like I was saying, the minute I got that rejection letter, the minute I got that pink letter, I ran to an agency. I'm not joking. And I went and applied to other schools and my parents. So I didn't have that break of allowing myself to grieve that. There were certain points, however, that feeling just overtook. Um, I was listening to what's the song by Phoebe Bridgers? Waiting Room by Phoebe Bridgers. Because I had decided I'm not gonna let this bring me down. I'm not gonna let this avoid me who I am. But I was listening to like hype songs and then that song came on shuffle. And as I was writing those words on my book, I started breaking down. I started crying. And I couldn't stop crying. I don't know why. And that day, you know, it was 1st of September. That day changed everything about me, everything about what I was taught, what I was feeling. But it was just one day. I never let those feelings sink in. And when it did, and when it kind of like dawned onto me that I might not actually, I'm not, not might, I am not going to New York, I was heartbroken. I was, it sucks. It just sucks. And I thought, I'm never gonna get over this. I'm just gonna go to the UK and I'm just gonna like study hard, work hard. And because I'm only doing a foundation year, oh, I'm only gonna be here for a year. I can apply to schools, I can do my A levels, I can apply to schools. And on the point of A levels, having my results canceled because my results were canceled for A levels. So that means I had to redo all of them. Not just my results, but the entire institution's results were canceled. On the same day that my visa got rejected, I received that news. So I thought, hey, I'm going to be the most productive person ever. I'm going to do my A levels. I'm going to do foundation year. I'm going to apply to schools. And I'm not going to stay here. Okay? I can still stay in New York. I haven't been in touch with my counselor in 2 months. Actually, 4 months. It's December, not October. I don't know if I'm still gonna apply to US schools. I have no idea how to do it. Um, I don't know how I can accept the entire realization of my future, but I know that I'm okay, you know? And that feeling, that realization, it's it's not like, oh my God, what a relief. It's just a passing feeling. But before that feeling passes, it's calm. I like that it's calm. It's it's hard and it's very difficult to let go of what should have been. But it's okay to grieve, I think, is the biggest takeaway from this. And it's also okay to let it go. Because I felt so guilty at some point for being okay with staying here. Because I don't really like Birmingham. It's not the best city that I could be in. But so when I felt okay with it, when I found myself like enjoying doing some things, like going to see Wicked for the fourth time, um, I don't know. It just kind of allowed me to kind of exist in peace. It's okay to exist in peace. It's okay to move on. You are not betraying a past version of you. You are not betraying 16-year-old you. Because that's what it felt like. It felt so sad. But it's okay to be okay with where you are now. And I think even though it's not an enjoyable moment, I'm gonna try my best. You know, that's all I can offer myself now, my best. And that's okay. That's that's okay. I'm okay with it. And I hope you guys are well too. I like finishing with checking up on people. It's fun. Anyways, guys, I gotta work on my essay. And I think this is the longest video I've ever made. It's 5:12 a.m. I don't want to do my essay, guys. But that's okay. Mwah.